Hi, I'm Christina Chong, founder of Renaissance Admissions Consulting. Today, I'm going to talk about how early should you submit law school applications. For JD programs, there's rolling admissions, which can mean an advantage to applying earlier. Although many law schools don't have deadlines till February later, schools send out acceptances through the cycle, and they often accept the strongest candidates first. I sometimes hear law applicants say to me that they wish to submit the first week of September. However, a lot of applications don't even become available until September, some later than that. Having worked in admissions at NYU School of Law and reviewed files for Harvard Law School, most admissions officers are busy in the fall with recruitment season. They're on the road, going to law school fairs, visiting campuses, and running information sessions. They're pretty busy, and they're not necessarily reviewing files that early. Schools such as Yale Law won't even allow submission of an application until October, and places like Harvard Law don't even send out acceptances till January at earliest. It's not common to submit in early September. It's still very early if you submit in October. With my clients, I aim before Thanksgiving unless there's a certain deadline for early decision, which is often November. If necessary, even as late as mid-December before law schools go away for winter break is still early in the grand scheme of things. A small handful of law schools such as Yale, it doesn't matter how early you submit as long as it's before their deadline, as there's no advantage to applying before then. However, that's not the case for most law schools. The key is to submit as strong of an application as possible. Having more time to strategize and really polish the essays with your ideal test score ready are important. My key is October is still really early, November is still early, and I prefer in general to have clients submit by mid-December if possible. So many applicants wait to apply after the holidays. And from reviewing thousands of application files as a former admissions officer, it can be easier to stand out if you beat the surge of applications that come in at that point in the cycle. For LLM or Master of Law applications, many of the top law schools have one main application deadline in November or December with no early decision option. So my advice is to have the application done a little earlier than the deadline if the office practices rolling admissions. Then for schools outside the top 14, which usually have later deadlines, submit them later in the cycle. And at times it makes sense to hear back from a school first you're very interested in before sending other applications. However, it's a personal choice to apply to one likely school earlier in the cycle just to be assured you have an acceptance to a school you would attend. So generally, have the top choice schools done early in November and December, and then do the rest after those are finished, whether you do that right away or decide to wait a few weeks or months until you hear back from your top law schools first. I've had a lot of success with both JD and LM clients getting to top choice law schools. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out at www.renaissanceadmconsulting.com. Thank you.